Did you know your dog may begin feeling alone before you ever walk out the front door? It sounds hard to believe, but many loving owners accidentally trigger separation anxiety without realizing it. Not by leaving the house, but by everything they do in the last few minutes before they leave. By the time you grab your keys, slip on your shoes, or pull your jacket off the hook, your dog's brain may already be preparing for your disappearance. And once that stress response begins, it can quickly turn into pacing, whining, barking, chewing, or hours of restless waiting until you come home. Research in canine behavior suggests that dogs don't simply react to your absence. They become experts at predicting it. After watching the same morning routine hundreds of times, they learn to recognize tiny patterns that most people never notice. Today on Doggo Mind, we're going to uncover 4 simple changes that can completely reshape the way your dog experiences the moment you leave home. These aren't complicated training techniques. They don't require expensive products. And together, they take less than a minute. But don't miss the 4th one, because it's one of the most overlooked habits among dog owners. And changing it can make a remarkable difference in how secure your dog feels while you're away. If you're passionate about understanding the hidden psychology behind your dog's behavior, and want practical, science-backed tips that strengthen your bond every day, consider subscribing to Doggo Mind. 1. Don't turn leaving home into a goodbye ceremony. Here's where most loving owners get it wrong. Right before walking out the door, they suddenly become more affectionate than they have been all morning. They kneel down. They hug their dog. They repeat, "I love you." They promise, "I'll be back soon." Then they pause at the door and look back one more time. To us, that's love. To your dog, it's a dramatic change in your behavior. And dogs pay far more attention to changes in your energy than the words coming out of your mouth. Animal behavior experts have consistently found that dogs read human body language, emotional tension, and predictable routines with remarkable accuracy. When your departure suddenly becomes emotional, your dog doesn't hear reassurance. They sense that something unusual is happening. Instead of helping your dog relax, an emotional goodbye often tells their nervous system to stay alert. So here's a much better approach. Keep your final moments simple. Stay calm. Say one short phrase like, "See you later." Then walk out naturally. No long hugs, no emotional speeches, no turning back. The more ordinary your departure feels, the more ordinary it becomes in your dog's mind. But even if you leave perfectly calmly, there's another invisible mistake waiting inside your home that can quietly undo everything you just did. 2. The sounds and scents. Your dog experiences after you leave. Now let's say you followed that advice perfectly. You kept your goodbye short. You didn't turn around. You walked out as if leaving the house was just another ordinary part of the day. That was a great start. But here's what many owners never realize. Your dog isn't only reacting to the moment you leave, they're reacting to everything that happens after you leave too. One of the biggest mistakes people make is assuming that any background noise is comforting, so they leave the TV on, or a talk radio station, or whatever playlist happens to be playing. It sounds thoughtful, but from your dog's perspective, it can become one surprise after another. Imagine your dog finally settling onto the couch. Their breathing slows. Their muscles begin to relax. Then suddenly, a loud commercial blasts through the speakers. A car horn. A shouting actor. A dramatic explosion from an action movie. In an instant, your dog's nervous system shifts back into alert mode. The problem isn't just the loud sound. It's the unpredictability. Studies on canine stress have shown that predictable environments help dogs settle more easily, while sudden, unexpected noises are far more likely to trigger vigilance and increase stress responses. Think about trying to fall asleep while someone randomly turns the lights on every few minutes. You'd never truly relax. Neither can your dog. Instead, choose sounds that stay steady from beginning to end. Soft piano music, gentle rainfall, ocean waves, forest birds, or a calming playlist created specifically for dogs. The goal isn't entertainment. The goal is consistency. A steady sound gives your dog's brain fewer reasons to keep scanning for danger. But sound is only half of the story. Dogs experience the world through their noses far more than their eyes. While we recognize home by what we see, Dogs recognize home by what they smell. That's why one simple object can become an incredibly powerful source of comfort. A recently worn t-shirt. A sweatshirt you've been wearing all evening. Not freshly washed, not covered in perfume, just naturally carrying your scent. For many dogs, that familiar scent quietly says something no words ever could. My person still belongs here. My family always comes back. It works almost like a child's favorite blanket. The blanket doesn't solve every fear. It simply makes the world feel a little safer. Before you leave, place one worn shirt where your dog naturally rests. Pair it with calm, predictable background audio. Those two small changes create an environment that feels familiar instead of uncertain. And once your dog's surroundings begin communicating safety instead of surprise, there's one final piece that most owners overlook: the signals carried inside their own dog's body. 3. Help your dog feel safe. Before anxiety has a chance to grow. Now think about what we've done so far. You've stopped turning your departure into an emotional event. You've created a calmer environment with familiar sounds and a familiar scent. Most owners would assume that's enough. But here's the part that's often forgotten. A calm house doesn't automatically create a calm dog. Because while many people spend time preparing the environment, they rarely prepare their dog's emotional state before walking out the door. And that's where anxiety quietly finds its way back in. Here's the mistake. Some owners believe their dog needs to be as excited as possible before they're left alone. So they throw one last toy. They start an energetic game. They shower their dog with attention. For a few moments, the dog looks happy. The tail is wagging. The excitement is high. Then suddenly, everything stops. The house becomes silent. The person disappears. That emotional drop can feel surprisingly abrupt. It's a little like revving a car engine to its highest speed, and then slamming on the brakes. The change itself becomes stressful. Dogs don't need to reach an emotional high before you leave. They need emotional stability. That's a very different goal. Animal behavior specialists often explain that dogs thrive on predictable emotional patterns. When the final minutes before departure feel calm, ordinary, and consistent day after day, the brain gradually stops treating your exit like an important event. Instead, it becomes just another part of the daily routine. So what should those last few minutes actually look like? Slow your own pace. Move naturally through the house. Avoid rushing from room to room. There's no need to constantly call your dog's name or keep checking on them every few seconds. Let them settle where they're comfortable. If they choose to lie down, let them stay there. If they quietly watch you, that's perfectly fine too. You're not trying to distract your dog. You're not trying to make them overly excited. You're simply showing them that nothing unusual is happening. That ordinary feeling is exactly what teaches confidence over time. Think of it this way. Every calm morning becomes another piece of evidence your dog stores away. My person leaves. The house stays peaceful. And my person always comes back. Eventually, that quiet pattern becomes stronger than the fear itself. By now, you've reduced emotional drama, created a more comforting environment, and helped your dog enter a calmer state before you ever reach the front door. But there's still one final piece that ties everything together. Because even when a dog's mind begins to relax, their body may still be holding on to stress without anyone noticing. 4. Relax the body, and the mind will follow. Now we've reached what may be the most overlooked part of all. You've changed the way you leave. You've created a calmer home. You've helped your dog experience a more predictable routine. But here's something many owners never consider. A dog can look calm, while their body is still holding on to tension. And when the body stays tense, the brain often stays ready for danger. That's why a quick pat on the head isn't always enough. Most dogs actually carry stress in places we rarely think about. Around the chest, where the front legs meet the body. Across the shoulders, between the toes. These areas quietly tighten when a dog feels uncertain, even if they aren't barking or whining. Think about how people carry stress. Some tighten their shoulders. Others clench their jaw without even noticing. Dogs do something very similar. Their bodies often reveal what their emotions are trying to hide. A behavior consultant once shared the story of a young rescue dog that froze every morning whenever its owner reached for the keys. Nothing dramatic happened. No barking. No destruction. The dog simply became stiff. Its muscles locked in place. Its breathing became shallow. Instead of trying another toy or another treat, the owner spent about 30 seconds each morning gently massaging the dog's chest and slowly rubbing between the front paws before leaving. Not fast, not playful, just slow, steady movements. After several weeks, something remarkable happened. The dog no longer froze by the door. Its breathing became slower. Its posture softened. Instead of standing rigidly and waiting for something bad to happen, it calmly returned to its favorite bed after the owner walked out. That small change wasn't magic. It was biology. Research on gentle touch and the canine nervous system suggests that slow, consistent pressure can encourage relaxation by helping shift the body away from a heightened state of alert. As physical tension decreases, emotional tension often becomes easier to regulate as well. So before you leave tomorrow, try this. Place one hand gently across your dog's chest. Use the other to slowly massage between the toes or around the shoulders. Move in slow circles. No excitement. No rough petting. No rushing. Just 30 quiet seconds. Think of it as helping your dog's body exhale before the day begins. Now put all 4 steps together. Leave without making it emotional. Create a peaceful space with steady sounds and your familiar scent. Keep those final minutes calm and predictable. Then help your dog's body let go of the tension it has been carrying. None of these changes take very long. None of them require expensive equipment or complicated training. Yet together, they send one powerful message that every dog longs to hear. You are safe. Not because you never leave, but because every time you do, your dog learns there's nothing to fear. If today's video helped you understand your dog in a new way, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Doggo Mind for more science-backed insights into canine behavior that you can actually use every day. And before you go, tell us in the comments, which of these 4 changes are you going to try first? And what's your dog's name? We read every comment, and your story might help another dog owner who's searching for the very same answer.